it's so interesting the fact that you've blended so much of your own personal experience into not just a career, but also in helping the younger generation in this important area. How important is it, in your view, for kids to commit and to enjoy physical exercise and gymnastics and working out?
Well, the thing is, like, these days, it's completely different when I was a kid, because when I was a gymnast, obviously, like, my dad wanted to be me to be a gymnast, you see. So when I was like a teenager, there was a point when I wanted to change, you know, to be an ice hockey player, you see. So that was like the cool thing to do back in the days. And then obviously like I spent so many years till that time, you know, to do gymnastics. And then obviously, like, you know, my coach and my daddy said to me, like, listen, like, it's no chance you're going to swap now. And I think it's very important, you know, from the parents' view as well, to push their own kids, like what my dad did. You know, that he didn't let me to swap, even like if I wanted to. He's like, no, son, this is going to be your, you know, route to go through. And I just stayed. So I think, like, you know, you sometimes need to be strong as a parent, you know, to actually, like, don't give in that easily.
Well, we first met because you train my daughter Darcy in gymnastics.
That's
and
right.
we got chatting about your story, and I managed to persuade you to come on. The thing I would say about the way you train, not just because obviously you've done some training with me as well since then.
Yeah.
Not in gymnastics, I hasten to add. Just can't.
Imagine, like, if I'm going to try to, you know, teach you like some cartwheel and flips and all that.
It's not going to happen, man.
You never say never.
Well, I know. I mean, I think I can probably say never to the flips, but but the thing I really enjoy about training with you is you do push people hard. You do push them to their full extent, but you do it in a way that's very supportive.
Yeah.
And you do it in such a way that it's, you know, you're not military in your approach. You're kind of an arm around the shoulder. You're supportive. You help. You encourage.
Yeah.
But it's tough, man.
Obviously, like, you know, like, it's coming, like, from my background, you see, like, how I train. So I do believe, like, you know, like, if you are focusing in one thing, like, example, like, if you want to be fit, you know, you have to be, like, in that mindset. Like, okay, I'm not going to do that just for a week or 2 weeks, you know? Like, you're going to do that till you're going to achieve the goal, what you are actually planned for yourself. But obviously, like, it's not everybody can stuck to the routine, you see. So I had, like, clients, like, they had, like, oh, Jonny, like, can you train me, please? You know, like, I would love to lose, like, you know, like, that much weight, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, yeah, okay. We did the first session. I never see them again. So I was like, what's going on here, you know? Just because, like, it's hard, but nothing comes easy, you know? Like, there you go, this is the logo over here, you know?
Yeah, well,
so, exactly.
Exactly. And I mean, achieving goals isn't meant to be easy, is it? But I mean, I'm interested you use the word mindset there, because to me, as someone who, because I really enjoy exercise, I really enjoy working out. I'm not a super fit dude, but I'm okay. You know, I guess you'd probably say I'm average in terms of what I can do. But I don't know if I've ever told you this. I had a lung issue about 10 years ago. I had a clot on my lung.
Okay.
Now, it's fine now. I'm symptom free, apart from the fact my lung function is a little bit worse than it was before. At the time, the doctors were initially saying to me, look, you're going to be fine, but forget exercise. You're not going to be able to do it. So I pushed myself to a certain point, and I was pleased with where I got to. But in terms of my mindset, I have a bit of a problem in sort of persuading myself that I can push myself to the greatest extent. So, for example, with the two areas for me are running and burpees. My mind just says to me, you can't do that, which is why the first training session...
It's not just you, it's like no one likes a burpee. But you know what? I don't know why. It's like, it's not hard.
The first training session I ever did with you, I walked into the gym and
you nearly died.
No, you said, right, first of all, it's running, then it's running with burpees at the end. So I was just thinking, bloody hell, this is going to be hard. But no, do you know what I found? Is when your mindset is, I can't do burpees. When I thought about it, it's like, well, I could do one burpee. I can probably do two. So once you've done that, it's just a case of building up, isn't it? And continually pushing yourself.
Yeah. I don't know, because, like, my mindset when I set a goal for myself, you know, I can't see anything between. You know, I really like, sometimes, you know, like it depends like how big is the goal. It's not always happening, you know, but I give like a really good shot. You know what I mean? I'm not like one of them like, it's maybe not going to happen or whatever. I try my best, and then if it's going to happen, happen. If not, not.
And occasionally enjoy it where you can as well, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing with my job. Like, I just love it.
Yeah. Well, let's talk more about your journey up to your current position.
Yeah.
So, Transylvania, you decided to commit to being a gymnast at a very young age. And you went for your assessment. You did come up to the standards. What happened then?
So basically, when I started, I was 5 years old, and then obviously, straight away as a young age, I started living in the college, in the boarding school, with my brother. He's like obviously like 4 years older than me, and because I was too young to stay on my own, obviously like the family house, it was like 30 kilometers away from the city, you know. So back in the days, like we didn't have car to travel like every day. So this is why like we have to stay there from Monday till Friday. And then my brothers came with me, and then his job was like to take me to the school, from the school to the gymnastic club, and then from the club to the boarding school where we stayed and slept and all that, you see. So that was my routine for 4 years. And then obviously like I was like getting better and better every year. And my coaches said to my dad, and like I have to move like in a bigger and better school. They said straight away like I can start on Monday, you know, next Monday. And then I was like, I was too young to be in the college on my own. You know, I had to wait for 1 year to be on my own, you see. So the college, they didn't take me on, you know, to sleep in there on my own, you see. So it's like an age, you have to be like in a certain age.
Got you.
To be on your own. So, you know, everything else and like happy chappy and all that, but it's like I had to wait 1 year. And obviously like my coach said to my dad, like, if Johnny gonna miss 1 year, you know, and if he goes now, if he's going home now, he's not training at all, no chance, he's not coming back. So it's like, my dad is like, listen, son, I think this is over. So we walked back to the train station. This is going to be a funny one. And then we stopped in a bar, and my dad is like, he was like a chatty man, you know, like me. And he's told to everyone like, why are we there and all that, you know. And somebody said to him, well, actually, like there is a lady in the city who renting a room out, you know, for people like me. And let's just try. So I had like a big bag of clothes, you know, like with us, you know, all my stuff. And then, so we went there, we knocked on the door, on the lady's door, she's opened it, and then my daddy's explained the situation. And then she said, well, one girl, she's living in the bedroom at the moment, but about like 2 months time, she's moving out, so I can take over. But in the meantime, I can sleep in the same room as her. She said like 2 bed. Okay, so one body's gonna be mine, and I was like, the other one is gonna be her. And then she was like, that's the only thing like she can do. And then my dad is like, turned around and said, son, you stay. You know what I mean? And I was like, you're messing on my own in the big city. I don't know anyone. You know what I mean? I didn't even know the lady, and you know, like it was really tough. So what happened?
And how old were you then?
9.
So you moved out of your parents' house when you were 5, and you were living with a woman by the time you were 9. That's seriously impressive, mate.
Yeah, listen, I went through a lot. Yeah. And basically, like, my dad is like, we went out for a meal on that night. He said like a train ticket like in the nighttime. So he's taking me out like for a meal, and then, you know, he's explained like how everything is works, the traffic lights and all that, you know what I mean? So I had to take in everything like fast, you know what I mean? I mean, like in hours, you know? And we went back after a meal to the lady's house, and then he's like, well, listen, son, like I need to go now, you know? So he's explained like, your job is from in the morning, you know, like you're gonna wake up and then you go for breakfast. I was like, my dad is paid on like the breakfast, lunch and dinner in the school. And I just had to sleep like in the lady's house. Yeah. And he said like, you wake up in the morning, get dressed, and then dude, that's your job. So from breakfast, going to school, learn all the, you know, like maths, everything else. And then from there, go to the gym and then back to the lady's house. So that was my routine. So I was like, oh my God, this is actually real, you know? And I started crying. You know, I just didn't want to stay. And then my dad is like, you know, he's get like emotional as well. And he said like, listen, I'm going to stay for one night. And that's it. So basically, like we went to bed, me and him. It was like he's like lie down with me in the bed, and then I went for a sleep. And in the morning when I wake up, he wasn't there. So wow. Yeah, it's like still like give me a goosebump, you know. And yeah, from that moment, I just know like that's my life.